Can y'all hear me?
Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, thank you.
Ah.
I hope it wasn't too personal, but it was on Facebook.
Celebrate.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yay. How are you guys? Good to see ya.
Great. I'm happy I uploaded all my videos.
I see. Let me tell you what today is gonna look like. So welcome to your bonus class.
Woo-hoo.
So we are going to do things a little bit special today because it's a special bonus. We're gonna watch the work and identify the positives. We're gonna pull up the positives, darling.
Oh.
And it's a little bit different because usually I'm the only talker. But this time I'm gonna open up the floor and allow other people to identify positive moments as well. And we'll see how far we got. So that'll be fun. A couple of invitations I have for you. The invitations I have for you are you will be receiving by email. I was just working on it and the page crashed twice. I was like, oh, forget it, just start the class. Anyway, so I have a couple of invitations for you to join us in February for a low, low price. I'm calling it the alumni. As an alumni, join us for only $129. I'm sorry, $149. It's $149.
February.
That's why I wish I had the page up. $149. Join us in February for the class and take another spin. You can also have joined the referral program, where if somebody writes you down as a referral, you get $25 off your next Redwall service for actors. And that includes reels, websites, reel updates, regular coachings, just any of the services that we offer for an actor. So I'm gonna offer you guys to sign up for those two things. Other than that, we will be watching the videos and then I'll be wrapping up our bonus class, okay? Look at all these great faces. I'm so happy right now. It's so nice to come back to teaching. Okay, let me get back to my Telegram so I can see. I saw most of them were in Telegram. I was at a parent-teacher conference. And that's why I had to start a little bit later. Okay, look at that 6. Ooh, look at all this videos. Hey, makes me happy. Okay, so we're gonna start with Megan Dunsmore. Good, the class is recording. Thank God. Already recording. Zizi, yay. Are you on set? In Zynga, are you on set?
Oh no, I'm at home.
Oh, you at home? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were in a trailer. You look like you're in one of those little prison trailers. Okay, let's go with, let me share my screen, of course. So I'm gonna share the whole desktop. Share. And we are going to take a look. And like I said, I'm opening up for the whole group to identify the positives in Megan Dunsmore's video. So, take your notes, get ready.
Wow, this is all yours.
Oops, sorry, I opened it twice.
Oh, definitely.
Here. Let me start again. I think that's a haircut. Awesome. I think that might be a haircut, guys. Okay.
Wow, this place is all yours. You sure you're a startup?
Oh, Gifter is definitely a startup. Just ask my crappy 95 Corolla.
I'd rather not.
It's a great car. Actually, this is a shared workspace. Anyone can join up for super cheap, and we all share everything. The kitchen, Grant, the receptionist. Say you need the brainstorm room. We just pop in.
Hey, get out, dude.
Those guys run a nonprofit for ocean awareness. He sells penny stocks, and they sell plus-size ninja gear to white guys in ponytails.
What are those guys doing?
No one has the slightest clue. And this is Victor.
Nice.
You honestly
I'm just going to tell the reporter we regret what happened. And that's why we're giving Todd a generous severance package.
you just need to really fix the problem. It's gonna take at least 2 weeks until I calm myself down enough to start. Okay, look, I have an idea.
Oh.
So is eating sushi from CBS. The reporter can't interview Lionel if she can't find him. To do a Cleveland kidnapping situation. My dad has a basement that he never uses. Now, who does Lionel love more than any stale company or whatever?
No. No, 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 no.
Just hear me out. We have Heidi invite him out to lunch. All along, I'm talking 8-course tasting. Would you like some coffee or espresso? Yes, please. Now some dessert one? That'll give Jesse enough time to fix the program. Pass things up a bit.
Why do I have to suffer? Because of your arrogance and his incompetence.
Because you admire my unwavering passion. You're happy. Because if Victor fails, you have to move in your mom's condo.
You're the worst.
You're like, not the worst. You're the kids.
No.
I have to admit, at first I was surprised when you asked me on a date. When I remembered all the times you nervously ran out of the room when I entered. Signs were there.
Oh, I don't know.
Why? In fact, most Marine men will seek out a variety of sexual.
Do you eat at this place often?
Only my favorite local war restaurant in New York. All of the meat comes from with apology note from the butcher who slaughtered.
That.
His grandson actually sad. There's a reporter that needs to call.
You didn't even tell me your funny kelp story.
It is a fun story. Very dry. What the hell?
All righty, party people. Megan Dunsmore, best tape ever. Okay. So, we are identifying the positives. And this time we're doing it different. I'm not the only one who's going to talk. I'm going to talk last. So who wants to bring out what did you find that was working in that?
Well, I'll say that one thing I noticed first of all was just the confidence level. Just was there, and just the listening and was in the scene and was listening to everyone. I could see who she was talking to. You know, I saw that character. I just saw really good, all put together audition tape.
And the other thing, going with what he's saying about the physicality, I think that each character had a specific physicality that set itself, an attitude, like from the top of the scene, the physicality educated us about the gifts circumstances. And her, I mean, we knew her from her attitude at the top of each scene where we were at very clearly. And each scene was very different based on the physicality. And also there was just really nice moments of response of spontaneous response, clearly listening to the reader. Really nice work.
Yay. Who else wants to point out some positives?
What a difference a haircut makes. No. She looks great. She looks great. She looks great. And Brandon was right about the confidence. Even though some of the scenarios were a little big, she still stayed grounded. And she did a really great job of establishing her environment. We could see what she saw when she went into different rooms, when it was a different character talking. We could see all of that. So she did a great job with storytelling and really living moment to moment.
Yes, honey. Yes. Anybody else? I'm bursting at the seams. Yes. Who else was talk? Somebody saw some positive. Let me see the chat. Miss Fontaine. Turn at the end, sorry. Class, if you don't mind, otherwise I'll watch later. Oh, that's just Helen's. Okay, you guys, no more comments? Okay, I will say, first of all, you guys, the comments are great. They're specific and they were on point. I do think it's relevant. The haircut's relevant because our looks are relevant in show business and how we choose to express them. I thought the orange top was great and the speaking was excellent. Yes, Brandon, yes. And yes, Prairie, the specific relationships were great. The listening was unique to each person who she was talking to. And I just really feel like the overall moving through the work, moving from scene to scene to scene. I feel that as looking at it from if I'm on the other side as a director, looking at it from that point of view, it's like you feel like you can trust her. She stayed in her lane. She was able to play the comedy seriously, right? Which is really good. There was no wink, there was no, which let us enjoy it. Which let us discover who she was and how she was taking these things. So I think it is really, really really strong work. What a great way to start us off today. So let's move to the next one. I'm going to do next. I'm still screen sharing, great. So we'll do the next round the same way, ladies and gentlemen. And to Teresa, same thing. We're looking for the positives, and y'all will talk first, and I will wrap it up. Let's see what we got. Best tape ever.
What's the problem?
You don't have enough.
Letters, emails, photos, phone calls.
Not one confirmed threat in any of it.
But collectively.
It tells us that there's a woman being stalked. Now prove it, so I can do something about it.
Well, what do you want?
Hard evidence, a credible threat. Prove to me he was planning to physically harm her. For me to do my job, you need to do yours first. You expect me to do both.
Why are you being such a hard ass about this?
This is not new conversation, Ben.
It could be if you didn't make every decision with your conviction rating.
Don't bait me. I will take you out. Look, when I take a weak case in front of a judge, that undermines my credibility. It makes it harder for me to help a victim who truly needs my help.
What about this victim?
You know the stalker's personality type. I mean, if we go to trial and lose, that will empower him and he will escalate and even be more dangerous. If you really want to protect this woman, bring the evidence.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yes, I am. And never question my integrity again. Pushing my buttons is not the way to get this done. This isn't about us, man.
All right then. Contact information. Okay. What worked? What works for you?
I have a delay, so it's hard for me to see all the videos in real time. But
Yes.
I think it's got more contrast than the last time, like more, more different, instead of being, it's different levels of reactions.
Yes. Beats. Yes. Good. Excellent comment, Helen. Yes. Who else?
She was definitely grounded in the given circumstances. And that was, I mean, overall, and it was great to see her empathy for the other character and how she was in such a tough situation. So the stakes were really high for her. It wasn't easy to do her job. We got to see that.
Nice. Complex.
I believed her. I truly believed her. She was truly committed to her character, and the emotions that she was feeling, I could feel it as well.
Good, guys. Great. Anyone else? Yeah, who was that? That was Tanya? Thank you. Was that Tanya who just talked?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Okay, great comment, Tanya. Okay, who else?
I also wanted to say that her level of urgency was so appropriate, as well as I think Zizi said that her empathy. But I feel like I've always been told that you should care for your scene partner as well, and that's exactly what I immediately noticed by the middle to the end. That I could see how she cared about. And it made a whole difference for the performance.
Yes. Anyone else before I jump in? I really feel like this is a lot of growth in a lot of ways, and I'm very pleased. Some of the things are that, you hear me use this word sometimes. It was natural. It had a naturalness to it, right? That's one of the things that helped us believe it. Because what happened was we talked a lot about the presentation of the scene versus living through the life, right? And I really liked that this person, this character, if you will, had a messiness, right? You felt like she was shooting from the hip, like she was dealing with it. And that is like the next level. I really feel like that's the next level of the work. Because we do this thing where we analyze and then we sort of make our beats and go and check all the boxes. We have an opening beat, we have a closing beat, we're clear about the relationship, and then there comes a moment when you have to let go. And I felt like this work was just really not controlled. It was moment to moment, but it still has all the informing of the earlier work, so that the choices make sense, so that she's having these, so she had a bunch of different beats. And you notice at this point, she's able to go quickly and still achieve all that. So this really feels like next level work. So I'm very pleased, very pleased. And of course, the challenge for today's classes, for the bonus class, for your best tape ever, guys, is to find somebody in the industry to share it with. Find somebody that you can, that's the challenge, right? Is find a way, a reason to connect and share this with somebody who it would be relevant to. That's the challenge. Okay. Great work, Miss Teresa. I'm so happy. And then just the professionalism around the edges in terms of an opening beat and then the closing beat, just having, it's totally, we're consumed with the creative. There's no moment when we saw the actor, you know? We saw like the actor's concern, the actor's worry, or even the actor go, you know? We didn't see any edges of the actor. And that just gives us, again, like I said on the last tape, it just gives you like a security. Like, ooh, I can hire this person and they can handle it. Yes, and the look is good, baby. Yes, I agree. All righty.
Roz, could you turn your volume up a little bit? We're having a hard time hearing their video when it's played.
Okay, dokie. Oops.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I will turn it all the way up. And I was thinking, we could, or if you want to, if you have a delay or whatever, you could watch the video at the same time I do, just like in another window, so that you're watching it straight from your computer and not through mine. If you feel like that's a better viewing experience. Yeah. And then we'll all come back and talk about it at the same time.
How can I do that?
So then you just, you know, make another in your computer, make another make Zoom smaller. So you have a smaller window, and then open YouTube in a separate window. So you have like two windows next door. Does that make sense, guys? Here, I'll show you on my screen. So here I have this window, right? And then I have this Telegram window, right? So I have two different things going on here. And you guys could too. You could open a separate browser, separate from the one you're watching Zoom on, you know, just by going plus or whatever. How do you pull it out, like, so it's its own window, so it's a separate window. And then watch the YouTube video in there. So go to YouTube and watch it in there. Does that make sense? And then you won't have to watch, and then just come back. Just mute me, you know, I'll be watching too, so the timing should be all right. Just, you know, note your comments, your positive comments, and then come back.
Okay.
So we're up to Ann, everybody. And I'm gonna put her, let me see if this works, because this always never works on this computer. I'll put her, we have 3 videos to watch. Boom, there's the first one. Nope, it never works in this one. Ugh. I don't know why, it never works on this computer that I can comment in the chat when I'm on this one. But anyway, we're gonna watch Ann. We'll watch 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna turn it up as high as I can. You can watch it with me on mine or watch it in your separate window. And we'll come back and we're gonna pull out your positives. You ready, party people?
That link is deleted.
What?
I deleted that link. I uploaded a new version of it.
Oh, which one? Which one do you want me to
Start from Women Are Crazy.
Crazy? Okay.
That part.
Start there? Okay. No problemo. Starting with the second one, guys. This is Stephanie, Women Are Crazy. I'm still gonna try to get it as loud as I can though for you. Wait, let me get it as loud as I can for those of you watching. It's as loud as I can, okay.
Yeah, but we've only been on one date. Is he too enthusiastic? Does he sound clingy to you? Because you know I hate clingy people. Weird, huh? I should still go out with him. Maybe it's a good cute. So is the romance dead? I'm saying, all men stop trying once they get you. And when you move in, you're basically dead to them. Chris is different. He's a romantic guy. To celebrate marching band, he had a real red carpet and a marching band playing I Will Always. Thinking about when he found out Margie's weeping willow was going to get knocked down for a moth. So he saved it and replanted it in their yard. Picnic under it for their 27th month anniversary of their first kiss. Today's a celebration.
Okay, let's do the get one. Let's see the next one. Where's my this one? Novak, 88 Novak, right, Ann? Yes. Okay, I muted you, so I just want to be able to hear you all the way through. So I guess that's right. Here we go for 88 Novak. Look for the positives, party people.
Nikki said we had to go to this club in the city. It was, Jennifer's. She wanted to go along with me to her hotel room. You can subpoena to testify here today, and you're under oath. You will tell the truth, or you will go to jail. Please don't make me. You told me Nick Pratt and Doug Warren offered to drive you and Jennifer to the hotel. True? Yes. But instead, Nikki drove downtown under the FDR Drive. True? Yes. And then you and Jennifer had sex in the backseat of the car. Didn't rape her. She said yes. I swear she did. When we were done, I got out of the car, and Nikki says now it's our turn, and he and Doug got in. When they were done, we dropped her off around the block from her hotel. What did Nikki say? Tell the grand jurors what your cousin said. That we should have killed her so she couldn't tell anyone what happened. Did you try to stop them? I told them they were crazy, but Nikki and Doug said they were going to do it, so I got out of the car and left. Where you go? Penn Station. I took a train home. Maybe if I stayed, she'd still be alive. The clerk who sold this ticket has positively identified Jason as having bought it at 1:08 the morning Jennifer disappeared. 6 minutes before she left the hotel for the last time. It proves that Jason could not have been involved in the murder of Jennifer Dormy.
All right. Okay, party people. What say you? Feedback. What worked for you?
I got one more video.
Oh, one more video. Oh. Sorry. One more. Hold it. Write down your thoughts. Where's the last one?
Scroll
there
down.
it is. I see it. This one where it says watch Krista Washington.
Yeah, and the Grey's Anatomy.
Okay. Oh, Grey's Anatomy. I love that one. I love that show. Let's watch this one, party people.
Mrs. Lavelle, good to see you, Congresswoman. It's been a long time. This must be your daughter. Such a pleasure, Mrs. Lavelle. I have such a great deal of respect for you, Miss Lavelle. I think we can accomplish a lot together. Well, school program, I launched my Single Mothers Resource Center. I haven't been working my butt up just to sit on my hands and watch my mother retire.
I want you to think of the district you'll inherit if I represent it for 4 years. When's the last time you set foot in this district before today?
How are we supposed to ask our people to support a woman who doesn't know it's your everyday struggle?
All right, party people. Let's find what worked. What worked for you? Identify, what say you? Let me go here. I'm getting better at this, people, aren't I? I'm getting better at controlling. Okay, so unmute yourself if you would like to share what worked for you in Anne's work. Any video, and then I will bring it together.
I think Teresa brought up a really great point about Anne's, what she does in silent moments, and how, you know, how much her face educates the moment and educates, and in a grounded way too, educates what she's going through. And it's also she has such a funny face too, so it's really, she's got such a great face. Really great face, such a great look. And you know, I mean, I have a funny face, so it makes you money. Gotta make some money.
Good. What else worked for you?
I think she listens really well and how she responds to the reader. Just from her facial expressions, like you just mentioned. Definitely it drew you in because you're like, what? Oh my gosh. And her response is just, it wasn't just like right away. It kind of settled into it. And you're like, oh yeah, oh my gosh.
Good. You guys, anybody else? I think we got one more. We didn't see this one, did we, in the white? We didn't see this one. We didn't see this outfit, you guys. Hold on. Let me see if we saw this one. No.
Dr. Shepard. This morning it was Derek and now it's Dr. Shepard.
We should pretend this
What never happened? You sleeping with me last night? Or you throwing me out this morning? Because both are fond memories that left on too.
No memories. I'm not the girl from the bar anymore. He's not that guy. This can't exist. You get that, right?
So, you took advantage of me, and now you want to forget about it.
No, I didn't.
I was drunk, vulnerable, and good looking. You took advantage.
I was the one drunk, and you're not that good looking.
Maybe not now, but last night I was very good looking. I had on a good shirt.
I did not take.
Want to take advantage of me again? Say Friday night.
And I'm your intern. And stop looking at me. You keep seeing me naked. We work together. Did that ever occur to you?
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going with Anne. Other things that worked for you. Before I jump in.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, somebody's talking in the chat. Let me grab you. Not share. Oh, there it is. Chat. Chat +3. Okay, let's see. Adore. I know. I agree with that. Okay, let's see. I got some comments in the chat I have to read. I can make that big. Lord have mercy. mouse. Oh yeah, let me roll it back. The Krista link has been, oh, she did it. Great work. I love your look too. Thanks, Prairie. Okay, just click the link. That link is deleted. Everyone, make sure you're muted. Okay. Lost my connection, YouTube. I really like what Ann does with the silence, says Teresa. She does a lot with her eyes, different looks. Yes, I like. I agree, Teresa. So does Tanya. Adorable. I know. I thought so too. From what I could see, I agree. This video is the hardest to hear. Okay. Yes. So, anybody else before I jump in?
I did. I may have been muted at the time when I was talking.
Oh, please, please. Yeah, I think.
I was saying that I wanted to agree with what everyone was saying about the listening, and also what I noticed was then the taking in, like someone had said, of what the reader was saying and actually feeling it, and then giving that back, especially in the last one, the last Grey's Anatomy, and also the Novak one, I thought was really a different one. That she was very much trying to get, what you had talked earlier about that scene of, you're not necessarily a friend to this person, but you want to convince them, what's going on, and then taking in the jury. And she had those moments, and you had those moments that you came in really strong of, tell me what happened. I'm not, taking any BS from you. And I was like, oh, that was nice to see, because I don't think we really, again, it goes back to that confidence then of seeing and going, all of these, and they were all different too. So definitely different characters there, but great. Good.
Yes, thank you, Brandon. That was great. Really, really great comments. I am brimming to talk. I'm very thrilled with this. Number one, I just got to give a shout out just for the effort, right? There's a lot of effort there, and I really respect rehearsing and just getting it done and all the because we all know it's hard to get the work in. So there's a lot to be said there. There was something that I really, really liked, and this is subtle, you guys, but I do want to point it out. It's something we haven't talked about so much, because this is a vibrational communication that you bring to an audition, that you bring to the work. The vibrational communication, one of the reasons that we're saying adorable and stuff like that is because she loved acting. There was a connection in playing, in being all the way involved in the scenes, that she was just completely consumed with. Like when she met the senator and she was all excited, and she just let that really just go all through her body, and she's just really in that moment. And you also saw it a lot in the moment when she was talking to the doctor that she had slept with, that she was like living through the experience and enjoying the ride. Now, this is a much subtler communication, but it was completely there. So there was no boy, I'm doing this hard acting here, right? There was a release, a joy. I also agree with what Brandon said about the analysis. You saw with the strength of the analysis that she did, with the understanding that she brought to the Novak scene, she actually, even at her young age and her tender looks, she actually becomes castable in the role because of the depth of understanding of the who am I and what's going on in the scene. And I thought she navigated those rocky waters really well. It was great to see the different looks. And I just feel like, just overall, in terms of, there's a big shift in communication from I'm an actor and I'm struggling, to I'm an actor and I'm just living through, and I'm just playing these roles. I'm knocking off these roles one by one. And that is really to be celebrated, because that's what you want to bring into a room. That's what you want to communicate in your, it's like, when you communicate that on the vibrational level, people actually experience a joy, a relaxation, because she was so involved, we didn't have to worry about her. We weren't worried that she was gonna fail, worried that she's gonna, you know what I mean? And so then it lets you let go and fully fully be in the experience. I hope that's clear, but that's like something we haven't quite talked about. But some people might call it like it lets you trust the actor. So anyway, there we go. That was our Ann, all the way from Florida in college. Okay, I'm way loving this, you guys. Let's see who's next. Okay. We saw Ann. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya gave us some share love this morning. Oh, it's Tanya. Let's take a look at Tanya. Oh, you want me to go full screen? Full screen. Come on, full screen. Okay. And I hope the volume will be good. If not, click it in your own browser and then come back. Okay. All right. Let's watch.
I think it's just cool guys. Yes. Sleep apnea nut. We hooked up after college. He has that condition where you wear a mask. Kind of kinky. I felt like I was doing it with Hannibal Lecter.
You know what? You can do that.
Like who? Miss Mishner? I'm not going back there again.
Where were you?
Oh, no, I got to go back a little bit because I had to do that.
With Hannibal Lecter. Kept it together.
You know what? You can do that.
Like who? Miss Mishner? I'm not going back there again.
Where were you with Mitch?
Right before he met Karen.
How could I have not known about this? I have to ask.
Yes, whatever you heard is true. The man belongs in a cage. He jackhammered me for like 3 straight hours. Had to have my L5 adjusted. I still get a tingling in my neck when I'm on all fours. Ooh. Can I get ready to become an aunt?
I don't know. We're going to start seeing her twice a week.
Joel agreed to that.
Yeah. He was.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you do.
You're right. I'm never going to meet my husband here. I'm letting him.
Ah! All right. All right. Woohoo, party people. Brandon, you look like you have a comment.
No, I thought there were some really funny moments. She hit some really good, some beats with that were just funny, especially her look. You know, like those silences, you could just tell what she was thinking, especially at the end there when she looked around that room. She wasn't saying, you know, it definitely read. There's you see a lot of that today, of people not being afraid to have those silences, to have those moments and still play through with them. And they work. They're good.
Yes. Good. Yes. Agreed, Brandon. Who else saw something they want to share? What worked for ya?
I think Tanya was a lot of fun to watch for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that her use of body was really good. Like even in those moments where she wasn't talking, you could see her posture and everything changing and really engaged in the scene.
Yes. Yes. Agreed. Yes. Let's see. Who else? What worked? Share your thoughts, darling. Share your thoughts. Oh, I have 14 comments. Let me see what I haven't seen in the chat. Somebody's off mute. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot mute. So I guys have to go. Nice work. Okay. Helen had to go. Sorry. First time hearing. Okay. Yeah. Great. Yes.
Me.
Yes.
Oh,
please.
I really loved that she took in the room a lot. Like, I remember doing that scene and kind of forgot about the people after a while, but I think throughout the whole thing, we knew we were in a party. She was still, checking people out, and she was really aware of her surroundings and where she was. That was nice.
Very nice. Agreed. Okay, you ready for my big mouth? Anybody else?
Yes.
Ready? Okay, here's my big mouth. I really liked I agree with everyone what they said, first of all. I liked, and this is a more subtle comment. I agree with what they said, but I really liked the simplicity. It was simple, but full.
Okay.
So it was like, she had the full environment around her. She has on a simple black top, right? It's like it's very simple. And yet she was in her imagination, she was in the only, you could tell that she was moving in the only black perfect dress, whatever it was. And you could also tell that the environment was full. So then it was easy for her to just respond to it and us experience it. That is really good. I also thought the crafting of the end went really well.
Okay.
And that allowed a lot more of the jokes to land. We really felt like she was talking about her real, her personal sex life, and it really brought lifted the material up off the page.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, good
Thank you
job.
so much. Thanks. Yay!
Yes, and again, like Brandon was saying, in terms of the confidence it comes through, with that kind of clarity, it adds up to us experience like, oh, this actress got this. She got, she's not struggling with it. She's got it, She's clear on what she's doing, and she enjoys the game, the ride, the experience. Very good. Let's move on. I'm gonna try to move on again. I think I just did. And maybe I have to do more. Mute on entry. Okay. Yeah, mute on entry. Yes, absolutely, mute on entry. Okay, so maybe that'll be better. Now I'm gonna watch Prairie. If you're having sound trouble, watch it on your own, and join me back in a second. We are going to Vimeo for this guy, and I'm going full screen. And sounds like I have you mute. Okay, let's give it a try. Yay, Prairie, so good to see your work again. Already celebrating, okay. Oh.
What did you do?
I might ask you the same question.
Why?
Division 93 became aware of the breach and performed their function.
Their function?
The codes of conduct apply to you too, Mr.
I didn't risk anybody's life at this agency.
Ooh.
Owen wasn't. He wasn't a risk. He was just a man.
I just went back because I want to look at.
He wasn't a risk. He was just a man.
Yes.
A scientist.
I'm sorry. Sensitive information from our division must be treated like a virus.
And your first thought was containment?
You put us in a compromised situation.
The hell I did.
It's an unfortunate countermeasure, but we had no...
Stop saying we! Stop talking about this like some goddamn bureaucrats!
Ooh.
I love.
No, Agent Curtis. You did. I know this is difficult for you. This is difficult for me too.
What do you mean?
Division 93 needs to go immediately. You're a risk now too.
Wow. 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 What worked, party people? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Wow. Do you have another one for us, Miss Prairie? Is that the only one? Let me see. All right, that one. Let me just see if I see her again. All right. Oh, look at all this.
That's all I have. I was having another scene, but my reader decided to be a director.
It's very good. Okay, you guys, what worked? Prairie needs to know what worked, and then I will wrap it. I'll bring it.
It was so overwrought.
What worked?
Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm. Who's that?
Yeah, I think her intensity with this scene really worked. I definitely felt everything that she was feeling, and the Prairie, it was great to see you, on video. I don't think I've seen you really on video, and do your self-tape. It was good. Yeah, the intensity was there, and it wasn't. I love that you take those human qualities and put them in there too. That the sort of stuttering thing that you have, of incorporating that rather than like just, I'm just saying the line, but you're not sure what to say. You just felt it. You were in that scene, and I wanted to see what was going on. I want to see what you're going to do with it now.
Wow.
Oh, thank you so much. I thought it was so overwrought.
Wow. Who else? No, now, okay, Prairie, let's just listen up. You got to take it. Okay. Who else? Was that Jessica talking? Oh, it's Tanya.
Yeah, I thought you were so expressive, so convincing. So, and I agree with Brandon when you did the stuttering kind of thing. It wasn't fake. It was so believable. I was like, what is she going to say? And then the end. Oh my gosh, you took it to a whole nother level. It was like you brought, even though you played the character, you brought yourself and put yourself into it.
Good. Agreed. Who else?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Who's that?
Oh,
dang, I keep missing.
Oh, Jessica, talk.
Okay.
Sorry, honey.
It's okay. I will say when the tape first started, I had to watch it on my phone. Mm-hmm. But when it first started, you demanded such an attention, like you demanded that, that your audience pay attention before you even spoke. It was just it was like, wow, this is about to be powerful. So that was great. Engaging, I guess is the word.
Thank you.
And like Brandon said, it was great to see your work and see you and, read you on the chat. But we haven't seen it. It was awesome to see that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Who else?
Yeah, I agree. You were like locked in immediately. Like I was like, oh shoot, what's about to happen? Like it was amazing. And then to also see, like we could see how upset you were about him because of when you thought about the kind of person he was. Like we really saw that moment of when you thought about the kind of person he was, we saw why you were so upset about his death in that moment. It was really great.
Agreed. Kawana. Yes, Kawana.
I thought that the character relationships were really clear. Like I felt like I knew how she felt about the guy she was talking to and how she felt about the man that she loved. And I also agree that the end was like, I wasn't expecting that. And it really, it put me in a certain place. It affected me in a way. So I loved it. It was great.
Wow. Good. I'm dying to talk. Y'all done? Good. I was so impressed.
Really?
Really, really, really well done. You know what? Mm-hmm. This was life and death circumstances, right? And that's the level she brought in. She met the material. And I happen to know the scene. She was spot on with the lines. So it was just really, you really delivered. And it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking. And you guys, it's cooking when all of those, you saw how like her skin changed color, her eyes watered, you saw all those physical changes. This scene is that, it's life and death. It doesn't get bigger than that. right? The death of a loved one. So they're asking you, the material is asking you to bring in, what am I like when I find out my loved one is dead and I'm responsible? And that's what she brought, right? And that's a risk because it is so full, but to meet the risk is very impressive, very impressive. I thought it was very well done.
Thank you.
Really nicely done.
I was so worried about my face being too expressive for television. I mean, for film or for video. So that's really a good thing to know, because I was like, God, it's so overwrought, and I just look like Greek theater, y'all. I'm gonna stab out your eyes.
Okay, this is the biggest. I mean, come on. This is probably the biggest moment in a person's life.
Yeah, this is a really powerful
Yeah,
scene.
I mean, so this is not no Demi Moore one tear moment.
Yeah.
This is the moment when
one tear, man.
Yeah, this isn't that moment. I mean, that's a lovely moment, but this isn't that.
Yeah.
I just found out.
Yeah.
And that's a different. It's just a different state.
Well, good. And also, I figured out the card.
You sure did?
Last summer, I wouldn't have been able to figure that out at all, Roz. I mean, seriously, it's like my brain is finally working. I don't know if it's because I'm not on those crazy pills anymore, but man, my brain is working again, Roz. Remember when we did that exercise, of the adjective exercise, and I said I just want my brain back? My brain is coming back.
Well, honey, you brought the brain, the heart, the body. What I'm liking about the work today is Prairie, and also it jumps out with me with Anne, especially, just the whole instrument being engaged. Just the whole instrument. You too, Tanya. You know, your whole instrument is engaged in the work, you know, in the moment, the whole thing, not just the head, right? And even it doesn't have to do necessarily with how much you move around. It has to do with the energy flowing through the whole instrument, you know, and it feels at one. So good.
I'm looking forward to February, if you will have me.
Of course I'll have you. People. Let's get ready. If you're having audio problems, click on your phone or something else, because we are going on to Elizabeth Devlin, Beth, and let's see what she came up with. She's driving in North Carolina, so she can't be live, but we love you anyway, and we will see, and you'll see us. We'll still give her all her comments, guys, okay? So find what works. I'm going big.
Rolling. Elizabeth Devlin, reading for Zoe. Elizabeth Devlin, reading for Zoe.
Oops, shit, I did that.
Hey, D-Man. David.
Oh, wait a minute, let me fix this.
Pam to give her boyfriend the man up sexual quiz, and he admitted to being into all sorts of porn. Disaster.
Seriously? She's upset that he's into porn.
I think it was a kind of porn.
Pam's just rude. Everybody watches porn. All kinds.
All men do.
And women.
Nah, you guys aren't as warped as we are.
Let me find it.
At work?
I was on a break.
A, don't tell me that. B, you are not a good metric for all women.
You know, despite your...
Okay, now I'm going to start it on my end, for those of you who are watching with me. And let's do it.
Rolling. Elizabeth Devlin, reading for Zoe. Hey, D-Man, how's your day been?
I feel terrible. I told Pam to give her boyfriend the man up sexual quiz, and he admitted to being into all sorts of porn. Disaster.
Seriously? She's upset that he's into porn.
I think it was the kind of porn.
Pam's just rude. Everybody watches porn. All kinds.
All men do.
And women.
Nah, you guys aren't as warped as we are.
I watched some right here this morning.
At work?
I was on a break.
A, don't tell me that. B, you are not a good metric for all women.
You know, despite your progressive appearance on TV, you're kind of naive sexist.
Sexist? Are you kidding? Women love me.
Like your whole show today? Sexist. Did it ever occur to you that the men's secrets you reveal are also women's secrets?
Women are way behind men on this stuff.
Nope. We cheat, we masturbate, and we watch a ton of porn.
You, maybe.
Not just me. I'll prove it to you. I'm going to find some studies, which seem to be the only thing you'll believe. And if I can statistically prove my position, I win a pair of Louboutins.
Yeah, I call the Louboutin bets, not you.
Fine. I'll do it just for the joy of winning. But expect to be amazed. Eyes opened. I'll welcome you to 2015.
Okay. Party people, what worked?
She had like a natural conversational tone with the other character that she was speaking with, so it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I felt it.
Thank you, Miss Ann. Who else? You have to unmute yourself.
Oh my gosh, I am such a Beth fan. Let me tell you, she took your notes and worked it out. I remember this from last week or the week before, and exactly what you told her, she adjusted, and I couldn't take my eyes off her. This was a great scene for her, and she executed it greatly, if that's a word.
That's good. We're glad to hear that word. That was greatly, Miss Beth. Okay, what else?
I love that scene, and I wanted to do that scene too, and I was so excited to see it, and I loved what she brought to it. I love the natural quality that she brought to it.
Good. Yes. Who else? Was that Brandon who wants to talk?
Yeah, I really loved kind of building on what Jessica and them were saying about listening as well. Even when she was sitting down at the phone, I knew that she was still listening, because that's what people do, very natural. But even though she was flipping through her phone or whatever she was doing, she was still taking in what that other person was saying. And I was still engaged, even though she wasn't necessarily looking right at the person. I was like, I know what people do. They look at their phone and they're like, what? Yeah, you know. And it was so natural that it just read.
Nice. Good, great comment, Brandon. Okay, my turn. Anybody else? Okay, my turn. Yes. I love that she had crafted. You saw she had that little arc where I love that crafting of giving herself that activity. It did really ground her in a way that didn't make her feel like an actor. She finally felt like she was completely this person. I also felt like the talking about the sex was right the tone felt right. Like it felt like it could really be her. You know what I mean? And not a character like before. I remember it was so unengaged that we didn't really believe it. But this time it had that bit of engagement that it was like, she really did. And I call that, ladies and gentlemen, personalization. And she brought some of her own feelings about these things to it. So she had this quality that just, we bought that this chick, is fine with masturbating. Yeah. She just brought that to it. And that makes you castable. That makes you castable. There was something that it wasn't pushed, but it was in there. I like this. You know why? Because there was pleasure. This woman had pleasure in this conversation, in the fact that she's going to win this conversation, right? That she feels like she knows what's up with this conversation. That was well done. Yes. There was you know what else was really good about the phone and the listening? The reason it also worked very well was that in the phone and the listening, her responses were on the impulse, right? So when you have, that was well done. That's real listening. It's just real listening. In the end of the day, that's a very complicated way of saying it's real listening, and not actor listening, which has that anticipation to it, which has that moment, which has that it's a little teeny bit early. This was the pinch ouch, the moment to moment that you really want. Like it. Oh my goodness, I am happy. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, this is our Kimberly, just moved to LA. She's been there 6 weeks now, at least. All right, let's go with Kimberly Young. Oh, she was sick. Okay. Okay, good. We'll see Vesta soon. Okay, so you guys check out Miss Kimberly Young. Best tape ever.
He sounds nice, very enthusiastic.
Yeah, but we've only been on one date. Does he sound too enthusiastic? Does he sound clingy? Because you know I don't like clingy.
Just play the hate part again.
Weird, huh?
I'm not being clingy, but he definitely has a secret.
Nice.
I should still go out with him again, right?
Totally. You know, we'll know so much more after his second voicemail.
And maybe it's a good secret. We're gonna put up that light bulb, Becky.
Howard was doing it this morning. He told Nick he wants to be the only light bulb changer in my life.
Cute. So is the romance dead yet?
What? No.
I'm just saying, all men stop trying once they get you. And once you move in, you're basically dead to them.
Not all men are like that. What about your sister's husband?
Chris is different. He's a romantic guy. To celebrate Margie moving in, he had a real red carpet and a marching band playing I Will Always Love You.
Didn't he do something with a tree for her childhood?
You're thinking about when he found out Margie's favorite weeping willow was going to be knocked down for a mole, so he saved it and replanted it in their yard. They had a picnic under it for their 27th month anniversary of their first kiss.
The anniversary of their first kiss got a picnic?
Every day is a celebration of Margie.
Well, yeah, well, Howard this morning Howard celebrated me. I told him that I wanted to have dinner together, and he was thinking the same exact thing. Okay, so it wasn't a huge celebration, but we totally been on the same wavelength of our romance. See, it's, Howard gets it. Nick's idea of being romantic was getting a new floor mat for my car.
Oh, well, you did so much better this time.
He might even cook for me tonight. He makes a super yummy lasagna.
Here, up or down for lasagna?
I was thinking messy buffon with whiskey tendrils.
That's so perfect for Italian.
All right, party people, what worked? Oh,
I mean, sure.
Wait.
The regular idiots don't know what romance is. But it's really depressing when the smart ones don't know either. Should we start working on your online dating profile?
What? No, I'm committed to Howard and to making him less stupid.
I can't put that much effort into a guy. That's why I always play it cool. God. It's a new voicemail from Tom.
I'm looking forward to Monday night. See you then. That's nice you called.
But did you hear how differently his hay sounded from yesterday?
It sounds okay to me.
Yeah. Totally generic. What happened to the hay that said, I'll walk over glass for you? This hay sounds like he expects me to split the check.
Yesterday he thought he was clingy. Maybe he's just distracted.
Or aloof. I can't stand aloof guys. I demand laser focus, but in a non-clingy way.
Maybe he's aloof because he's distracted by his secret past.
Oh my God, that's so it.
We should be voicemail detectives.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, what worked? Kimberly Young. Kawana and Brandon, what worked?
Well, I have to say, I am so excited she took all that energy that always usually works, but it all came down into very focused, more subtle, which I really liked, and especially listening on the phone just had this quality, like everything then was, you could see what it was, but it didn't need to be. It wasn't way out here, but it was very much here, especially in hitting those moments, the one of, I deserve laser focus, but in a non-clingy way. Those little back and forth were perfect, hitting those buttons. Good job.
Yay, good. Well said, Brandon.
Yeah.
something.
Her smile is contagious, first of all. Okay. It's a really, really beautiful smile. I thought the scene was very entertaining and engaging. Like, I didn't want to stop watching. And she had a lot of contrast, a lot of simple moments, but a lot of contrast where it was like up one time, but here at another place. And, it was all constructed together really well. And I enjoyed watching it.
Very well said again. Yes, wonderful. The contrast was excellent. Oops, I'm talking. Anybody else?
Yes. Kimberly, I think you have a great niche for picking good scenes for yourself. Everything you pick, I feel like fits you perfectly. And this was no different. It's funny, I did the same scene, and when yours started, I was like, oh, I totally overacted. Yours was so natural, I felt. So conversational. Good job.
Good.
It's so funny. I have such a hard time sometimes following her because, what she's saying, because I enjoy watching her so much. I enjoy her looks, I was like so engaged in what she was doing. It was almost like I wasn't even listening to her because I'm just like amazed by her. I'm like,
Yeah, it was very, very, very watchable, very castable.
Very watchable.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I love her. I keep talking about look. I love her look.
I'm sorry, it was on point.
It was on point.
It was on point.
Yeah. And the last time too, with the didn't she have curly hair in the last one? I don't remember, but it was really cute.
It has been consistently getting, really, really coming together.
Yeah.
So, Miss Kimberly, a lot of great feedback, and I'm really glad. Yes, she focused the energy. It made it more watchable, easier for us to enjoy the journey. We also got a chance to take in her beauty. You notice how with the stillness, you actually get to notice it more. It was a lot, just really more focused, a lot less pushed. Love, Kawana, that you were right on point with that contrast. And it really did make her, it reminded me so much. It made her work for this title, Women Are Crazy, right? Right? So the way it all came together added up to, I think, what the script needs. And so this is really what you want to do. I also liked, oh shit, I forgot my thought. The watchable, the look, she pulled the look together, it was contained, right? Focused energy, contained. I don't think it's the old thought is coming back to me. She always used herself, but this time it just felt appropriate. Appropriate to the material. It made the material really sing. Oh, I know, this was my thought. Okay, I'm so glad I got it back. Because I have a guilty pleasure of watching, what's it called? Lisa Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump Rules. This character reminded me of somebody on that show. It felt so current. Like,
it does.
She made the material feel like it was like right now, happening now. And that's a really good. It made the material feel, how sometimes you read a script and it says like, oh, this is so stupid and dated. But this felt like this is exactly how these women are. She was like right in on it, felt very honest to their concerns. Well done. Let's watch Miss. Ladies and gentlemen, she had an agent meeting that went really well yesterday. She also played in Lion King. She is the one, the only, Kawana. Let's watch. I'm gonna watch it big. Looking good.
Hi, my name is Kawana Marie, reading for Sonia Curtis.
Nice.
Nate McCulley, Special Agent Sonia Curtis. This way.
Mind telling me what the big deal is? Owen and I don't usually get a full FBI motorcade for a fender bender.
I was told to get you here on the scene immediately. That you'd be able to shed some light. Where's your brother?
He'll be over in a minute. Yeah, he's talking to the pigeons or he's answering their questions. Frankly, it's hard to tell sometimes.
I'm not inside. This SUV is one of ours. Take a look inside.
The airbag's deployed. Doesn't look like anybody hit them.
The car was found empty in the immediate aftermath of the collision. No driver. Doors were locked from inside. Seatbelt still buckled. No blood or sign of injury.
Cool trick. Who did it?
There was a wallet found on the passenger seat. Federal credentials inside. Agent Daniel Agra.
Agar. Where is he now?
You tell me, Mr. McCulley. Do you recognize the other driver?
No, never seen him.
There were no skid marks on his vehicle. A witness says the car accelerated into the crash. Now, why would someone try to kill Daniel Agra?
The Docena.
This is my case. Answer the question.
I need to talk to Docena now.
I already did, Mr. McCulley, and she said to talk to you.
Owen, get over here.
That you and Owen worked with Agent Agra on a recent case. She seemed quite confident that you and or your brother would be able to provide credible information as to what's going on.
Owen.
Which I would appreciate because I am curious, confused, and I'll be honest, a little unsettled by what I'm seeing here. People don't just disappear into thin air.
There's times, lady, when I wish that were true.
Ha! All right, party people. What worked? Party people.
I like the build of the tension in the scene. At the very beginning of the scene, you know, she was very, I mean, I really liked, you know, the neutralness in the beginning and then the build to, you know, and then her face started firing with the responses and the thoughts that came before the responses. You could clearly identify that she was thinking and that the wheels were turning. And I liked how that kind of blossomed open in the scene. And I think also, I was thinking while I was watching it, I thought that the way she was in this scene, in the top of the scene, really kind of educated in the second scene to me, like why, you know, like why she would have to say, I worked in Detroit for 6 years. You know, I mean, she really, you know, I thought it was a nice thing because she had like a vulnerability of, yet she could really serve. Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense.
Okay.
Yes, and I absolutely feel like that was okay. Somebody else talk before I take over.
She was in. I felt she was in control of that the whole situation, and even it especially showed through when they come in and want to take her from the case, you know, and starts to question her. It got hard, but she still held on to the control of that situation. And I'm here. I'm asking the questions. Answer me. And it was like, ooh, you don't want to mess with her, you know. Especially in that situation. This is a really weird situation, so I really need to know what's going on. And then at the beginning, like Prairie was saying, with showing us where they were, I especially liked when she's talking to him and then asked, you know, where somebody else was, and she kind of like looked past him at what was happening there. I was like, oh, I see this. Here's the car here. So she was definitely in that situation.
Very good. Well said. Well said. I agree. So this is, yes, who?
So, Jessica. Yeah, the role was executed on very well. Like I think Brendan was trying to say that that's a detective, right?
Mm-hmm.
French. Yeah, that role, the demanding air that she had was very appropriate, is what I was saying. And the contrast, the blue background contrast, and her skin just really looked great on camera.
Yeah, she looked great today. That really looked good. Yes, agreed. Okay, good, it's my turn. All right, so what really worked well was her taking on the description of the character. The who am I felt was really good in terms of she's someone who's smart, who is sort of new to the job, but capable, right? I really bought that. And also, yes, she didn't get ahead of herself, right? She was right with him. She was trying to get him to help her, you know, in a professional way. And then when it started to, you know, pop off, she was aware of that too. Yes, the scene was staged in terms of where everybody was. So I felt like, and she was able to do that. And that was a really fast pace. But obviously, she's really worked on it so that those changes can happen in that very fast pace. And that is also that's again going to the next level when you're able to still have those beats and go at that pace, but still have the beats, right? Still have those, because she's collecting information about him, noticing things about him until, right, the relationship is definitely changed by the end. That's appropriate to that material. So well done. Yeah, she looked beautiful. And I got to give it up, y'all. You guys are coming together in terms of bringing the work together, in terms of staging, understanding of the material, embodying that, and really this week bringing moment to moment. Really going on your impulse, right? And just trusting that it's there without having to stop to show that it's there. So that's you guys are getting, this is like what it gets when it's more competitive, coming in for these bigger roles at a higher level of preparedness.
This class has got such a great energy, and it's just really it's everybody supports one another in such a lovely way. And I think it's great that that everybody's using the Telegram and stuff like that. It's really nice how it's got such a great energy and a professional energy.
Yes, this makes me it's beyond my expectation, because I just really feel like you guys are growing in your depth of knowledge and your depth of execution, and to be generous with your support. I couldn't.
And the talent is scary. It is so damn good. It is fucking awesome.
With clarity.
Everybody was fucking awesome.
And I love seeing this effort, especially you ladies, and we're about to look at Brandon, but I love seeing this effort in going for the look too, right? Everybody, you Prairie in the blue shirt, the hair pulled back for that. Very nice choice, right?
Are you serious? Because
yes,
you need to just shut up about today's.
Yes, I totally thought it. I love it.
Really? Okay. I was gonna totally change everything. I was gonna wear a big mask. No, just
silly girl. It is time for the one, the only, the testosterone in the class. Women may be crazy, but men are stupid, and Brandon Mitchell is gonna show us what that's about. You guys find what works.
I hear someone likes hazelnut.
Thanks, Nick. Jenny, the stock schedule you guys have is insane. I should personally have an actual 7-year-old human, and it sounds as complicated. It's a totally different situation. Wendell still doesn't know that Nick and I are divorced.
We've talked about broaching the subject after the holidays. What do you think?
I'm still trying to deal with the fact that you're in my kitchen. Oh, hey, I need a light bulb thingy done in my studio.
Oh, no problem. I can stop by at lunch.
No. If Jenny's light bulbs need changing, I'm the light bulb changer. You understand me, Nick?
Yes. I'm very sorry. Please don't be mad at me. Are you mad at me?
I'm not mad, but now that Jenny lives here, we need some boundaries.
Absolutely.
I can do it this weekend. I really need it today.
It's no problem for me to stop by today.
I guess I'll do it today then. Thanks, babe. And it's really more of a chandelier, so bring your toolbox. I thought it was a light bulb thing.
Technically, a chandelier is a light bulb thingy.
Look, Nick, I know how weird it can be to have an ex around. And now I'm getting to know how weird it is to have somebody else's ex around. So what I'm thinking is when you come over, you should just stick to the kitchen.
Gotcha. Does the kitchen include the pantry? Because all of Wendell's stuff is in there. But I'm happy to move it if you like.
Stay in the kitchen, buddy, and we're all good.
All right, party people. Tell me what worked.
He was so funny.
What did you find? What did you like, Perry?
He's just so funny. He's just like, he's so castable. He's like, God, he's like that. Oh man. And I didn't expect that. I loved the quirkiness of this character because I think that he can really fit into like the middle America kind of like, he could be like a business type guy or whatever, like just serious or whatever in like a lawyer role or something like that. And I loved seeing him with the dog and being quirky with the dog because it was so believable. I saw a dog there and it was really, I love that. I just love seeing him like that. And it really was nice to see him do wonderful comedy, but just simple comedy. It was really great.
Good. Who else? Is that Zizi wants to talk?
Yeah, Zizi speaking up. Hi, Brandon. Very good work. If you don't know, you're made for comedy, by the way. If you didn't know that, I know you do. You did a really genius job of establishing the dog voice, how you did the baby voice, and then using it on the current partner. It was genius. It was hilarious. I really, really, really enjoyed that moment. So thank you.
Yay. Yeah. Who else? Because I'm dying.
Me.
Kawana, yes.
I love the colors that you picked this week, that blue with that green. It just made your whole face stand out for me in a different way than I've seen it before. I loved that it was funny, but you weren't trying to be funny at all. And just like Prairie said, all of a sudden, I saw you in so many shows, so many current shows. I was just like, oh, he could be on this, he could be on that, he could be on that. And I was just like, oh shit, like I never really saw it in that way before. And so that was really amazing to watch. And just the scene was engaging because it wasn't a short scene. And I kept watching. It was great.
Yes.
And his timing was awesome.
Yeah.
Very good timing, right? That was a full scene, right?
Yeah.
He had all them elements in it. Yes. That's why, yeah, the timing was off of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Off of everything that he had going on. He had two people and a dog, right? And all of that was alive for him. So it worked with all of those elements. Oops, I'm talking. Anybody else? Okay. All right. What I really liked was what I felt like he nailed was genre. It really felt like it was like Modern Family or something. Yes, Kawana agrees, yes. Because it felt like this guy would be a nightmare to have as an ex, right? He just was a nightmare. But he did it in a way that was focused and believable enough, because it was within the world. But yeah, he was really like gonna be a huge pain in the ass. And you could just really see that he was just filling that role, finding all the ways to be a pain in the ass. And you also saw when his feelings were hurt, which was funny. Because you'd see him and then he'd come back with something, right? But he suffered. You saw those little moments of him suffering, which I really liked. and yeah, the choice of talking to him, like all of that stuff, it just felt like it was so right for like the genre that they do. That it's sort of like believable, but really weird people. Really weird people, but believable. That was like so right for that. Yes, yes, yes. All right, I gotta make sure that I have seen every single freaking video that's here. My scenes are really sorry, oh, but you can still post. We can still post them in here, and people can still watch and give feedback. Hey, you know, the party don't stop. Telegram's still gonna be alive. Yes, is that all of them? I hope I didn't miss. If I missed one, I'll add it. But I think I'm just gonna check my email. I think that I got them. Let me see. Email. Teresa, ZZ. I love you guys. This makes, yeah, that's all I had for today. You guys, this is really good. The challenge is definitely to find a way. You could even just ask somebody, hey, say, hey, you know, I had to put an audition on tape. If you have any feedback, just like you could try that, or you could find a way to share the work that feels right to you. That's the challenge, you know. It's just maybe it's a director you worked with before. Maybe I don't even know who it would be. You have to think about it for your own life, for your own experience. But definitely find a way. Hold on to it. Keep practicing, people, because look how far you get. Look at how far you get. Keep building on what works. I would love to sort of, as our final wrap up, just check in with everyone who's live on the line and just share your strongest learning. And then we'll say goodbye. Of course, you are invited to join me at the special alumni prize at $149. You're invited to show to share about the class. And if you do, you get $25 off for each person that mentions you as for any Redwall, whether you need a real edit, whether you need a website, whether you need a coaching, that's $25 off. If you get 2 people, that'd be $50 off. Y'all gonna end up with some free shit. I will be sending you, I will send you some tweets that you could use, or some emails that you could send, you could just cut and paste and send. The class will be starting in February. Of course, only you get that low price. Everybody else got to pay the real price. Don't even tell nobody that, because only you get that, because you're coming back. And I would just like to thank you, of course, and hear from everyone that's on the line, just what your strongest learning was. Unmute yourself, any order. Oh.
Well, Roz, I'd like to thank you so much. You're always just such light and such a wealth of knowledge. So I really appreciate you and all you have to offer, and all of your concern and all of your guidance. One of my greatest learnings in the class was really, which I guess is probably should have dawned on me before, but was to really place who you're speaking to in the room first and really commit to those areas, which really made a great difference for me. And then, really listening to the character, even although you know the script, but really show that you're listening and really live in that space. So that's been really valuable for me. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Vesta. Next. Oh, Kimberly, I didn't even know you were here. Nice to see you. Yes. From Teresa, good question, ZZ. Oh, ZZ has a question. Where was that? Question, will network general size be accessible after the class? I still downloaded them all. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. I'm not shutting anything down. It'll just be there. Go for it. Keep practicing. I always think you should keep practicing, because look how much you grow. And it means that when the opportunity comes up, you're not going to freak out.
Yeah.
When you have to get a tape in, within 24 hours or whatever, it won't freak you out. Telegram will absolutely stay open. Yes, yes, yes. And, you've made some friendships. You might as well. I enjoy. But anyway, I want to hear your strongest learning. So let me.
So for me, I'm just excited that I took the class because pilot season is coming up, and just knowing what to do behind the camera gives you so much more confidence. I mean, it's a big difference as opposed to just walking in and preparing the material, but not really knowing where the camera is and how far you can go and what you can add to it to give it that little spark. That was great for me. And it gave me an opportunity to be able to watch myself in a different way, because you can never watch yourself, after the audition or when you're filming a movie, all that stuff goes to an editor and you just hope for the best. You know what I mean? But now I know who I am a little bit more behind the camera, and that makes me feel amazing. Things that were really great for me and will continue to be a challenge for me is just reading lots of scripts, trying to understand more and more material, challenging myself to work on material that I feel maybe a little out of my reach or maybe just a challenge for me, but working on that so that when those opportunities come, I'm not, like you said, freaking out. I've been working on that stuff, then the other stuff is kind of just like, if that's in the bag, that's really easy, and listening for me has definitely been a big thing as well, because, I'm always thinking about how I'm going to deliver or what's my next line or how I look on the camera. And I'm not even listening to the other person. I realize that's one of the most important things. What do you mean you're not listening? You know what I mean? That's just, I don't know. It's crazy that I didn't know that before or that I didn't apply it before. So I'm excited to continue to do this and have fun and meet all these amazing supportive people. This was great and super convenient, and it challenged me to do the work myself. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go to class. Nobody told me to wake up. Nobody told me how many times. I had to do the work myself. So that was great. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Really, pat on the back for showing up and doing the work. Big time. Big time. Yes, people. It's not easy to make these tapes. Y'all know. Got to put your face on. Got to read the material. I mean, it's a lot of steps, right?
Yes.
They got to edit it, upload. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I want to hear more about what Will Roz says we must do the heavy lifting. Yes, it is hard, but y'all did it. Y'all did it. Yes, who else? What strongest learning? Didn't it get easier to watch yourself? Did anybody find that?
No.
No. A few yeses. It will get easier.
It is. It's become easier for me because before I would like Joanna said, I would just record it and keep moving. But now I'm like, oh, wait, that doesn't look right. How does that color look on me? Is my bra strap showing? How about if I move this way? How does it make me look? And then the other thing that I learned that was so great about this class was even though you're playing a character, you're still bringing a part of yourself in there, but to really go all in and take risks, which was my main thing that I wanted to accomplish in taking this class. And also just the support of everybody here, it was amazing. I feel like you guys are my family, and I haven't even met you guys, personally, but just the support and some of the things, some of the challenges that each of us have been facing with auditions. And then the other thing was that technical thing. Let me tell you, I have come such a long way. And I thought I was like a computer whiz. No, I was not. And the situation with the lighting and all of that, I finally got it together, trying to hang the doggone curtain while I'm ironing it and all that stuff. So I got through, but it was all learning pains. And it was just a great experience. And I really, this has been the best experience I've had so far.
Wow. I just got to say that all of that effort, that little backlight you had, no wrinkles, It just let us focus on you.
Okay.
Well, it was so easy to watch you.
Thank you.
There was no distraction. And like, it just looked so professional. You know, it's another level just to have all that worked out.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Really, I'm impressed. It was worth it. Who next? What else?
I learned so much.
Oh, Ann. Yes, Ann.
I learned so much. Like I'm such a beginner at this, guys. You know, just watching you guys put up your videos and put, you know, bringing your creative side, just, you know, it encouraged me to want to think more about my script and what I should do. It's been great. The technical aspects of it, I mean, goodness, look at this. I never thought to have, you know, this curtain. I just never thought, you know, I realized how much I have to invest in my career for it to, you know, build up the momentum and everything. So, I mean, it's great. And the fact that you said you have to practice, all that effort that I have to put in so I could see that success down the road, that's what I got to do. So even if I'm a beginner, it's the start for me. And so the scripts that I see on the website, I'm glad you're going to keep that up, because that means it gives me a chance to read the scripts and continue doing, you know, the filming and the technical aspects of it, even after this class. So thank you, Roz. Thank you. Well worth my money.
Very welcome. Let me tell you, I mean, just think of how far you guys, Ann is just coming out of college with this kind of understanding and knowledge. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. We well grown, just getting it together, right? So this is great that you're already getting these skills together, reading these scripts. It is a pleasure to have you. Who have not I heard from? I haven't heard from Kimberly Young all day. Can you talk?
This was a great experience for me. I just learned so much. And Roz, I just appreciate how encouraging you are, but real at the same time. You know, you're not going to let us go out there and embarrass ourselves, but at the same time, you're not going to be mean and hurt our feelings either, you know? And I just appreciate just how you're able to find the good. Because for me, I would see my videos and I just didn't, it's like, I don't know what it is, you know, like, I don't know why it's not clicking for me. And after this class, I'm able to see, okay, I understand the material. What I need to do is tone it down. And that was just such a breakthrough for me. And I feel like before I would get the note like, oh, you're so big. So then I'm like afraid to make choices and I'm just too like stiff, you know? And I feel like because we're online in a sense and there is a distance, it gave me the courage to like, okay, well, I'm going to bring it all out. And that I was able to learn from that. So by really putting myself out there, I was just able to see, okay, I make good choices. I understand the material. So now let's just find my way to bring it back, you know? And I can just continue to practice that. And like I would never think to put like a curtain up and a light and all that. But I can see from everyone else's work how much of a difference it made. And just by seeing the successes in everyone else, I was able to learn from them as well. So it was just, this whole experience for me was just a big breakthrough. And now I can see like, okay, these are what I need to do so that I can start booking in the future, you know? And that's what for me, it's like, I'm trying to make some money up in here. And I feel like I'm on my way.
Yes, I agree. That's wonderful. I'm so glad. Because it's so gratifying to see the work grow. Wow. Okay, who haven't I heard from?
I have something to say.
Jessica, what you got to say?
Me. Well, this is actually for all your students. This is especially people who just started. I would say, man, stick with Roz. I've been with Roz for a long time, and she's awesome. It's awesome, period, to learn from a coach who's actually an working actor, and there's not much. So, like, Roz really, really cares and does her best teach us what's real, like teach us what's out there. She knows what's out there. She knows what works. And as much as you love this class, you will love, you know, coaching with her, getting your reel done with her, your website and all that stuff. She knows what she's doing. So yeah, it's just gonna get better. Like, I keep coming back for a reason. And she absolutely used to be the type of coach that would tell you that shit was horrible. Get your shit together. You have gotten nicer, Roz.
I'm growing. I'm a work in progress.
But maybe she doesn't have to say that with this group.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm working on myself. Yes,
I have to say.
You guys, I watched your, first of all, wasn't it exciting to have somebody get a job during this? To see Jessica do her work and be on set, thank you for sharing. First of all, you shared so much in the Telegram. I felt like that was so brave and helpful to have somebody who is like day to day living the life, and to see the ups and the downs and to see you triumph. So I guess was it on my Facebook page? I don't know where, because I've been working. I've been crazy lately. But I saw your web series. Oh. And it was really funny. And I was like, she is, you're living the dream, girl.
Thank you. I just refuse to quit at this point. It's like you come this far away to start something else or to settle for something else. That's crazy. So, you know, you find something you're passionate for and you're pretty good at it, you know, just get great at it and surround yourself with people that you want to be like or supersede. So
this is really, I would love the work in the web series. I love seeing you on set. I love seeing you go in. I'm such a believer, you guys. I really don't see how that won't pay off. I don't see how that won't pay. I just don't believe, I just can't see how she just keeps working. She just keeps putting it in. And it's showing up over here and over here and over here. And I don't see how one of these things won't be an empire, won't be it just has to be the project that hits, you know? And I just want to be there when it comes. I just got to be there.
You will. Oh, I think my video might be ready. Hold, please.
Oh, yay! I need to see that more. Good. Yay, that'd be great. Because I love you guys being able to talk to each other, because it's good not to hear it just from me, to see how your videos are impacting other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's hear from Nzinga. I haven't heard from you, have I? Why her video finishes up.
Ms.
Moore.
I'm having a hard time, guys. I love the positivity, but I'm just not in that space right now. I'm just having a really hard time artistically, and I just have a lot of growth that needs to happen. And you said give yourself time, but I'm really tough on myself. My parents were really tough on me, so I'm just in a tough space artistically. So yeah, but I have grown in this class, and I thank you for all your feedback. And sometimes, like, I know I'm doing things on camera, but I don't have words for it. Like when you told me I stopped breathing, I knew I was holding, but I didn't know if that was wrong or if it was right, or didn't even know what it was. So it was great getting the feedback and you pointing that out to me. I really appreciated that. So, yeah.
Oh man, I wish we were closer so we could do this hug.
Yeah. I know, because I really identify with what you're saying. I'm really having a hard time too at this time. And this class has been such a lifeline for me because, you know, my mom died earlier in the year, and just the growth of getting back and, you know, like 2 weeks ago, just doing a collage was too much. So I really appreciate how you feel, because I feel the same way. And, you know, I am just you're like a person that really stands out to me in this class. And I love your work. And I really appreciate your sharing how you feel right now, because I really identify, and I just adore your work, and I really do adore you.
Thank you, Prairie.
Can I say something really quick? Even I already talked. It's like what I love about this group too is that we are considered the artsy people or quirky people or whatever, but going through these growing pains, because I've been there. I was just there last week where you are. And it's that roller coaster ride, but to have a crew of people who have your back no matter what, like this class, is amazing. And you have to know that when you're going through this kind of stuff, that we are there for you, because we feel it. We understand it, we feel it, and we can get you through that patch so that when you're riding high, you know, you'll be there for us.
I'm telling you guys, these ups and these lows, we do it. We go through it. It's real. These are real. And I just really encourage you all just to, this is a very corny mantra, but it works for me. I just have to say, I love myself. I forgive myself.
Yes.
And sometimes I'm literally saying that over and over and over in my head, because the negative voice is just shouting at me, and I'm just talking back. I love myself. I forgive myself. I love myself. I forgive myself. I love, and just knowing that I can talk back, and that it's normal. First of all, we're artists. We're supposed to be sensitive. We picked something incredibly challenging, so we can't lose our sensitivity. We cannot become hard, right? And yet life has everything that life is. So I feel like as long as you go to the next audition, you win, right? You came here, it's like sometimes you got to just keep the bar kind of, I'm not even looking to book the job. If I show up, I put my face on, I showed up, I got there, I win, because we know, and on other days, we're going full tilt, right? We have everything all put together and we're all ready. But it's the courage to show up the next time, to keep getting up.
Get this
mindset. Oh, that girl. You guys, we're going to be talking about that girl. We'll be like, yeah, she was in this class one time. Yeah, I see up there now, but she was in this class. I knew it. Anyway, we finally have Jessica on, which I'm so thrilled to have. Let's watch Jessica's work and find what works in it. Just for you.
I have a disclaimer.
We're so high. We're going to find what works.
All right.
Yes. Let's watch it. Let's enjoy it. Because we're going to find what works. We're going to build on that, baby. Wait, I just got it open. And now I'm going to share the screen. And if you guys need a better audio, let me get to full screen. You guys watch it on your end, and I'll meet you back here in about, wait, screen sharing has stopped, that the shared window is closed. Oh, wait, let me try it again. I want to screen share this. Share screen, good, okay. And put this over to the side, put this over to the side, mute all, continue, and let's find out what is going on in this scene. Find what works.
We're happy. We've wanted a baby for so long. Why do you want to ruin this for us?
Does he know you've been cheating on him?
I said this is between me and Bill.
The man has a right to know the baby isn't his.
Why are you doing this to us?
What am I? You're lying to him about a child that isn't his.
Please just let this go. Why can't you let this go?
Bill is my best friend.
If he was your friend, you wouldn't be doing this to him.
Holly, please, tell him the truth.
Yeah.
Why?
so he can divorce me? I'm not gonna ruin my life because you think it's wrong.
What about his life?
Well, Bill doesn't know I won't hurt him.
Fine. Maybe his friend wouldn't tell him the truth, but I'm also his doctor. And his doctor is not gonna lie to him.
All right, y'all. Party people. What worked? Shout it out. Oh, unmute yourself.
You know, a lot of things worked so well, but one thing I have to say that really blew my mind and really worked well was when when he walked away. At the end of the scene, when he walked away, and she watched him walk away, and she saw him walk away, and she was crying, and I loved that. I was like, damn. I really liked everything else so much, but that topper of the end of the scene was so good, because you really hit every other button, but that was just such a nice moment. It really was. I saw him. Ooh, that was so real time and connected.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, no, I was just saying that I agree. I felt like I was really like eavesdropping in on an actual like moment. Like it felt so real, so natural.
Yeah, from the top of the scene, it was you. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off yet?
No.
From the top of the scene, you were in that world, in that life.
Yes.
You knew you were connected to that material, like completely. And I felt really bad for you. And I felt like this could happen to anybody. And it was a mistake, and I just could see your happiness, like, especially like Prairie said, that walking off, it was like, that's it for her. Like, God, I just felt so bad. And I felt like that was a real thing. Like I wasn't watching a scene.
Good. Yes, the pacing was really good. Really good. I'm sorry, I'm talking.
What I loved is the watery eyes. And it was almost like the glory tear of Denzel about to come at the end of that scene, because I've been trying to get that. That's so hard. And I don't know how you held that water in your eyes without letting it just pour. But it captures you because it's like, oh my gosh, is she about to lose it, or is she going to hold on? So that gripped me.
I've been practicing that since I was a little girl.
Yeah. Holding on to the side.
Okay, I want to talk. Who else? Oh, yes, Nzinga.
I thought it was really grounded, and I realized how challenging that scene is, because I was like, God, I want to judge this character, but she's making me feel why she doesn't want to tell the truth. But I was like, but then, it was really great. But I did have a question for Jessica. I love that I could see your face clearly and get your emotion. So how did you make the conscious choice to do a close-up versus a more full body? Because I love that I could see her face, but I wasn't sure if that was an active choice or not, because I would have never even thought to put the camera that close.
Yeah,
but it was great.
That they ask for that a lot down here, at least with the self-tapes, that there no you have to have some headroom, and about right here really is normal. I adjust for what's happening. Like if I need to be back a little more because there's a prop that I'm using, so you can tell I'm looking at something. And for that one, I was back a little bit because I was rubbing, a fake belly that I made to feel pregnant. And so I'll adjust, but I always make sure I'm close enough so they can see what's happening in the face.
I was having such a hard time getting that. What are you shooting on?
Funny enough, it was a recommendation from Roz's husband. It's a Canon. It's not even expensive. It's a Canon Vixia FR500. I bought it on Amazon for like $170.
And it's an actual camera as opposed to an iPhone and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a camera, tripod, and I got the light set because I mean we audition on tape here 90% of the time.
Right.
The kit is, you know, it's definitely needed, and the whole shebang is not more than $2 something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's something to look into. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
What was the camera again?
Canon Vixia, Vixia, and the model number is H as in Harry, F as in Frank, R as in Robert, 500.
And you said Canon what?
Vixia.
Yeah, Vixia.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will also include, you know, I'll put it in the thing again, the link, so you can see it. Okay, I want to talk about work. Jessica. I really, really, really like that. I love, and you guys hit on it. You guys I wanted to talk so bad because I love the way you used the emotion as an action. Like, so that is next level sophisticated, right? So the less mature actor will just be all about, I just get caught in my emotion. But that emotion was, and that's what was so nice about the end, is the emotion was to make him feel it so he would change, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, look how brokenhearted, look how sincere I am. Like all that, when it's like that, is really on point. That's way more sophisticated than just wild tears. So I feel you, that's very wonderful. Then I also liked that what Prairie spoke on, which was the private moment, which was how he walked away and the whole quality of it changed. They were both believable. It's still believable if you're trying to make somebody feel for you, right? But it's different. It's different, right? It's a private moment is different from if you're in front of somebody trying to make them feel for you. I like that. I felt like it was, I really liked the way you used your eye lines, the way you are staring at him, the way you had this other thing going on, you had this life going on, even though it was only one person in the scene with you. I just really felt like that stuff, the crafting of it, the understanding, the going to the edge of the emotion, all the way there, so we can feel it, but not feel like, oh my God, she's so out of control. All of that was really, really well done. It was an action. So that that right there is next level. You looked great also. And then when he walked away, it was different, right? That's when it gets real, right? That ain't so cute, but it gets real. So I felt like that was really well done. It also reminded me of the material choice for you feels so right for a lot of what's coming out of Atlanta in terms of that sort of like heightened nighttime soap opera kind of, you know, it's the same as, it's the same thing as Empire, it's just in different clothes, but that heightened, you know, really high, it is, but it's, you know, the real high stuff, you know, the real high stakes. You know, this woman's marriage was about to be kaput. Mm-hmm. She couldn't get it together. So
that's interesting.
Yes. And you see the difference between the emotional quality in Prairie scene, which is all out, right? Which is almost all, this is all raw, right? But this person is different. She's masking and holding and still going for an objective in a different kind of a way. So both of them are emotional, but the quality of the emotion is different. And you guys are sophisticated enough to play that, to feel that.
You know what, also, I learned a lot from studying Ibsen with that, because Ibsen will be like a line and then there'll be another, it doesn't all just go away at all at once in Ibsen. And I wanted to say about the holding back the tears, I've always been taught to hold back the tears because you can see, because it's like you look at they always use the iceberg as an example. Have you heard the iceberg story? You always, you know, you can see the top of it. You know that there's the top, but you know under the waterline there's a lot of going on under there. And that's what people cry. Audience members tend to cry more when you hold back the tears. That's what I understand.
And I very much liked also the crafting of when, you know, and that's where you guys are being so much more sophisticated in your understanding of the material, because you're crafting. Yes, I'm having all these feelings, but I'm still playing in action. And when does it break?
Mm-hmm.
When does the overwhelm come? You know, it's like it's not just wild. You know, you don't just see somebody pushing. You see somebody, you know, really trying to get what they want. Okay, party people.
We didn't hear from Brandon. Oh, Brandon, you didn't say what you learned.
Unmuting his audio.
I was waiting for, you know, Jessica stormed in and took over everything, you know.
Well, I'm just going to mute now.
Well, first I want to say, like, two big things that I've learned. The first was just the technical aspect of doing these self-tapes, because I saw some of my earlier ones before, you know, I'd really gotten into working on these self-tapes, and I'm like, oh, that was crap. Oh, that's bad. You know, so this is, number one, just improve the technical aspect of these self-tapes so that I feel much more confident now when I'm sending stuff for auditions, that it's like, oh yeah, this is going to be up there. People are going to at least notice this one, and rather than go, what? You're out of here. And the second big part was, I want to say either not so much being comfortable in front of the camera, but not standing, not being very stiff, and going, if it's a scene, you can sit in a chair. Almost, you don't want to lay down, but, you know, like you said with Megan's, I think you kind of make it a bed, or, you know, I sometimes go, I don't have the job to begin with, so if I do something that's weird, you know, you don't want to go too crazy, but then you don't have the job to begin with, so it's not like you're going to lose anything. So just have fun with it. Go with it. Don't be too crazy. Just relax. And if I was watching this on TV, you know, would I, you know, be engaged in it? And the nice thing about this is that you can look at it again, rather than, I think, like somebody was saying, you know, as opposed to being in the audition, you walk in, you do it, and then you leave. Here, oh, you can go back and keep refining it to send out the best one, assuming you have enough time to get that audition out there. And it kind of, I want to have a big thanks for Prairie, because she was the one that, almost out of the blue, because I had just moved to Atlanta, I'd been here for about a year. Out of the blue, she FaceTimed me and she said, have you taken this class? Have you ever heard about this? And I was like, no, I haven't. I looked at the website, and the very first thing on it was something, you know, about, have you lost the love for acting? And at that time, I was getting, you know, just recently at the point of just being like, you know, I've been doing this for a while. No, it doesn't seem to be paying off from what I can tell. You know, I know it is, but a lot of just going, what am I doing? What am I doing? And how my mom used to always say, you know, things always happen for a reason, that randomly Prairie sent this link to this class, and I'm at a point where I'm doing a lot of self-tapes, and that you've come up and I've learned more. Like, I feel like I've taken almost every class out there for, you know, and this is one that I will definitely keep coming back to, but that I actually learned something. I can take it and is making, you know, has renewed what I want to do, that this is what I want to be doing, to put that back out there. Because I think if I hadn't, if I'd been like, oh, Prairie, that's neat, yeah, whatever, and moved on, that it just, running into you into this class has just raised me to the next plateau. And to keep going with it, as opposed to just that, because I was at the point of just going, what's happening? It's just not, I don't feel renewed about this. Now I feel good about this and ready to go, and seeing what everybody else has done. I would not think that anybody in this class, this would either be their first time doing this, or that you know, we were all new or not new, or, you know, it seemed everyone was professional, and I wanted to raise to the level that each of my other classmates that you've done, it's like, oh wow, they looked really great this week. I need to step it up, so I looked good this week. Or, you know, it's been inspiring for everyone, and I only see nothing but great things for everybody. It's a big thank you.
I didn't tell everybody about it either, and I knew that you had made the transition to Atlanta, and I just think of because I think of DC as being so theater and Atlanta being more television, film, and stuff like that, and I thought it would be helpful. But I really didn't. I only told a few of my friends about it, and I really thought that it would be a good. I mean, you've always struck me as being a person that was very steady and serious. And I don't know him super well, but I mean, he just really, he's always been steady. He's always like a volunteer at the auditions. I mean, the big auditions and things like that. I mean, he's a steady guy.
You guys, I thank each and every one of you so much. The reason you're here, the reason you experience this growth, all of you, is because you worked hard and you showed up and you did like Barry said, you did the heavy lifting. I will continue to see you in Telegram, and you'll get an email from me when I get it together. And I just want to super duper support you in your journey, each of you. Okay, we have to do the corny thing. This is our corny moment. Kawana, do not take your shirt off. You are on video, girl. Don't forget. Okay, so you put your arms out like this.
Well, Rosemary just sent in a link.
Ah, shit. We gotta watch one more. I'm gonna watch hers. You guys, I'm gonna watch hers because I have to go. But I'm gonna watch hers and write my comments in. You guys do the same thing, okay?
Okay. I love you guys.
I adore you. I'll see you in Telegram. Adore you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.